Let's all play What's My Line? And now, let's meet this week's What's My Line panel. First, winter, summer, fall, or spring, he's always ready to do his thing. Soupy Sale.
Well, of course, you know by now, if you watched the show yesterday, that Natalie Bruner, Wally's wife, is on the panel this week, and I happened to find out some gossip about them that I thought I'd pass on to everybody, that I happen to know that Natalie beats him up every day. She gets up at 6, he gets up at 7. Would you please welcome Natalie Bruner?
Storyteller and punkster par excellence, the one and only Bennett Cerf.
You know, there was a time when I could have said that the next lady I'm going to introduce is a girl who makes our secluded Orchard Road up in Mount Kisco look like 42nd Street and Broadway. But I don't think I'll do that now, because I don't think she'd be seen in that district now. But you all know Miss Arlene Francis.
Yes, you will.
Oh, my. I wonder what he meant by all of that. Now, you've all heard of Life with Father. Here is Natalie Bruner's nomination for the leading role, Wally Bruner.
Oh, thank you, Arlene, and welcome everyone to What's My Line. We have some interesting challengers in store for you. Coming up, I think, just about right now. If everyone is ready.
Yes.
When you are.
When we are, I am ready. So will our first challenger enter and sign in, please?
No?
Phantom. Frank. Gasparo.
They know you.
Mr. Gasparo, where are you from?
Philadelphia.
All right. Panel, Frank Gasparo is a designer. And now let's show the audience what it is he designs. May I remind you, please, that Mr. Gasparo is a designer, and we'll begin the questioning with Natalie.
Oh, thank you. Mr. Gasparo, is what you design something that I might be able to hold in my hand?
Yes.
I see. May I rule out that this product is and has anything to do with wearing apparel?
No.
Yes, she may rule that out.
Oh,
She rules that out. Excuse me.
Yeah, I ruled that out.
Yeah.
Is there? May I also rule out that there's a? It's there.
Yeah.
That there's any.
What are you
May
doing?
I also rule out that there's anything mechanical about the product?
I think
Yes.
so.
Yes.
Is this product? It's a solid product.
Solid.
It's a solid
Yes.
product. Is there any metal in this product?
Yes.
There is metal in this product.
Right.
I'm so happy for you. Is this a product that I might have in my home?
Yes.
I keep getting yeses, and I was sure I'd get a no. I don't have any. Is this the product that might be found in one room more than another room?
I don't believe so.
No.
So that's one down, and we go to Bennett.
Mr. Gasparo, is this product of some considerable value?
Absolutely.
Could this product be worn on a person?
Sometimes
Well,
it can.
its primary purpose is something other than that, and to give you a yes to that question would simply be to terribly mislead you.
Are you being-
So
are you
I'm
being-
going to be very generous and fair to you, Bennett,
And
on
say
this
no.
particular time, and give you a no.
I think you're unfair to me and so favoritism to your wife.
I do too.
Oh, you know what? You're probably right. Arlene.
Is the part of this product that is metal, is that a valuable metal?
Absolutely. Sometimes, yes.
It is a metal of value.
It is a metal of value. Is it something that would be placed on something else?
Like?
Well, I mean, would you be liable to put it on a desk?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yes, you can.
I'm not crazy about the idea, though. You say it has nothing mechanical, so that rules out clocks. Does it do something functional as well as be beautiful?
Absolutely.
Does it, if it isn't mechanical, does it operate by some other method? Does it move? Does it have anything that moves?
No.
No, it does not. 3 down, Soupy.
No.
Is it ever run by battery or electric?
4 down, Natalie.
It's going to help. This is utilitarian. It does have a purpose other than just to look at it. It is not.
That you're correct.
That,
It is
that is,
utilitarian.
that
You
is
have-
correct.
You have 10 seconds.
Would it be helpful to find out the metal? Is that going to help us particularly?
That's important.
All right. Is it platinum?
No.
No. Does anyone have a guess? Our time is up.
Some kind of office machinery?
No, Mr. Gasparo designs United States coins. But Frank Gasparo is chief engraver sculptor in the United States Mint, and his work is at present confined solely to the design of coins and medals. Now, how long have you been designing coins, Frank?
Oh, I'd say 29 years. And I've been 29 years. I've been with the Mint since 1942, U.S. Mint.
Now, what is your latest design?
My latest design, can I
Sure.
show
Why
it?
don't we take a look at it?
My latest design is
hold
the
it right here.
Eisenhower dollar. Yes.
How do you ever get a hold of any of them?
That will come out in September or October.
Well, aren't they going to be a little hard to put in your pocket?
Well, this is not, Let me say this one is a little larger than the regular size. Now, this is known as the obverse side, which is the bust of Eisenhower, right?
Right, that is true.
Now, may we see the reverse? And now, what does this commemorate, Frank?
This commemorates the Apollo Eagle, which is the eagle itself coming down on the moon. That was the insignia, by the way, of the Apollo 11 or 12 that came down on.
Very good. Well,
And it's very appropriate
for this particular
for
coin.
this coin. Yes.
You know, I usually can remember what's on the front of each one of the coins, but what I find it difficult to do is try to remember what is on the reverse side of the coin. Does anybody else ever have that problem, panel?
I have trouble remembering what's on the front side.
All right, so they do have
trouble
problems in
remembering
that respect.
I have trouble keeping them.
All right, but we're going to have a coin test right now.
no.
So, Johnny Olson, please. Now, panel, here you see a blow-up of 8 common United States coins. And what we're going to do, we're going to begin with Soupy. Now, Soupy, as you can see, we're going to start right here with the Lincoln penny. Now, you can see what is on the front of the coin. Can you tell me what is on the reverse of this coin, of the Lincoln penny?
Mrs. Lincoln.
No, seriously.
Oh, it's like a leaf, 2 leaves.
Well, that's true.
Well, if that's
Well,
what they're called.
that's on the old one, like this one right here.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's on the old
Yeah.
one. Now, what is on the one made since 1959?
That's a new one?
Made since 1959.
He hasn't had one since.
It's one of the buildings in Washington.
That's right. Does anybody know which one?
It's the Capitol building.
Washington
The Lincoln Memorial.
Arlene's right. It is the Lincoln Memorial, right,
That makes
Frank?
sense.
Let's turn it over so we can take a look. Okay. All right, Natalie, the next one is yours. And,
is
of
it?
course, this is the Jefferson nickel.
How about the Jefferson Memorial on the back side?
The Jefferson Memorial, afraid that's not the one. Does anyone have it? Anybody else know? Take a guess.
Monticello.
You're right.
Yes.
It is. Okay, Bennett, this is, as you can see, is the Roosevelt dime.
Yes.
What is on the reverse?
Would it be the Roosevelt thing up at Hyde Park?
You mean the Hyde Park home?
Yes.
No, I'm
No,
afraid
I mean
not.
the little where the museum is, where the
No,
Roosevelt
no.
papers are kept.
Does anyone else have a guess?
Is it a building?
No.
Oh.
What is
It's
it?
the torch and leaves, as you can see on this one right here. So we struck out on that one. That's pretty good. You're 3 out of 4 so far. Now, this one comes to Arlene. Arlene, as you can see, this is a Washington quarter. What is on the back of the Washington quarter?
I'd like it to be the Washington Monument, but I suppose it's going to be a cherry tree.
Not a cherry tree. Does anyone else have a guess?
It is
How
a
about Mount
tree.
Vernon?
Nope. No one has a
Isn't it?
guess?
It's not a branch of
Nope.
a tree?
The state,
An
the
eagle?
capital?
An eagle?
An eagle. That's
Eagle.
right, Natalie.
Eagle.
Very good. There we are, a spread eagle on the back of the quarter. All right, Soupy, we're back to you. Now, we're going to look down here and we see the Kennedy half dollar. What is on the reverse of the Kennedy half dollar, Soupy?
Gee, I really don't know.
Does anyone have a guess?
Never looked.
It's a bell.
No?
No.
Frank?
No.
Let's turn it over and see. It's the presidential seal.
Seal.
Presidential seal. All right, Natalie, the Ben Franklin
I think
half dollar.
Soupy got that. That's the Liberty Bell in
The
Philadelphia.
Liberty Bell, let's see, that's absolutely right. Okay, now, Bennett. Now we're on the Indian head nickel. What's on the reverse?
Should be a buffalo.
That's right.
It is.
Buffalo? You're
Very
right,
good.
it is indeed a buffalo. And Arlene, this one for you, the Indian head penny.
Oh, I think there's just writing on the back.
What kind of writing?
Indian.
I think that's pretty close because there is indeed writing and it says 1 cent. Very well done, panel, and Frank, thank you so much for doing this. And What's My Line will continue right after this word. Now, another challenger panel, so will you enter and sign in, please? Sandy. Aquila. And Mrs. Aquila, where are you from?
Mrs.
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. All right, panel. Sandy Aquila has an indoor job as well as an outdoor job. Now, indoors, she's a hostess at the Gaslight Club in Washington. But outdoors, she performs another service on a volunteer basis. But now let's show the audience what her outdoor job is. So I've told you it's an outdoor job. We'll begin with Bennett.
Mrs. Aquila, would you say that your outdoor job performed a valuable service for other people?
It can.
Yes, I would say it's a worthwhile service. Valuable is...
Do you have to wear any special kind of equipment for this other service that you perform?
No.
One down. Arlene.
Does it have anything to do with cleaning up a neighborhood?
No.
Two down. Soupy.
Like clean up
Does
mine.
Yeah, you wanted to clean up yours? Okay. Miss Aquila, does this have anything to do with sports?
Yes.
Well, would it help? I know that Washington has a baseball team, and also it's the home of the Washington Redskins. Would it be with either one of those two teams?
No.
Three down. Natalie.
Is this a sport? You say this is volunteer work for
On a volunteer basis.
on a volunteer basis. I see. Is this a sport that has anything to do with water?
No.
Four down. Bennett.
Mrs. Aquila, are children engaged in the sport that you are working
Yes.
on? Would it be a contest that these children participate in of teams?
Yes.
Would it be baseball?
Yes.
Little league?
Yes.
Are you either a manager of a little league team or an umpire in the little league?
Neither.
Neither?
Oh, really?
Not. Oh well, I think we.
Not technically.
Technically, okay. Five down. Arlene.
Not technically. Does that mean that you're maybe a coach?
That's it. Well, Sandy doubles as a hostess at the Gaslight Club and a Little League baseball coach. In fact, when I have lunch at the Gaslight Club, you're the hostess there.
With your wife?
With my wife.
She was there.
That's right.
I've never been there.
Oh, really?
Yes, I have.
Yes,
Easy.
But you know,
Thing she doesn't
I don't-
understand is why you're with the Little League Club.
what Natalie,
leagues during
but
the day,
Natalie
little
wasn't
leagues.
there the day I found out you were a Little League baseball
No,
coach.
she was not.
Do a lot of the guys try to get to first base?
Mrs. Aquila,
They're all left out.
Mrs. Aquila, your team has both a manager and a coach?
Yes.
No, in AA minors, we have no managers. There's a difference in managing and coaching. Only when you get into the larger area of Little League. Do you have a manager plus a coach?
You were very technical with me, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, but how did you come to coach baseball?
Well, it was really by default. None of the fathers wanted to do it. So the league president called me and asked me if I would, and I said, yeah. Okay.
Well, now you have another interest, though. You have a son on the team, right?
I have 2 children, yeah. I have a 9-year-old that plays on my team, the Pilots gang, and a 7-year-old who is our bad boy, and of course that's a political appointment.
Made by the coach. Well, Sandy, you didn't stump the panel, but we had a lot of fun, and we'll look
was
forward to
my
seeing you again
pleasure.
at the Gaslight Club in
Thank you,
Washington.
Al.
Thank you very much. Sandy. We'll be back to meet our mystery guest as What's My Line continues. Once again, we've reached that very special part of What's My Line, the time we meet our mystery guest. So, panel, are the blindfolds in place?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
All right, mystery challenger, will you enter and sign in, please? All right, panel, may I remind you, please, it will indeed be one question at a time. We'll give you 2 minutes to try and establish the identity of our mystery guest, and we'll begin the questioning with Soupy.
Thank you, mystery guest. I mean, well, I don't know. Next time I got to rehearse everything. Mystery guest, that was a fine ovation. Is that because you've been on the panel of this show?
9.
Natalie.
9 times she's been on this.
I see that you're obviously French. Would we find your name in the entertainment section of the newspapers?
Yeah, yeah.
Bennett.
Are you noted principally for your work in television?
Yeah.
Arlene.
Are you in a series that is playing now?
In the brand new season, yes. Soupy.
Oh, I don't know what I meant. And it is a brand new show that will, in the brand new season, is it on CBS?
Yeah.
Natalie.
Oh, très bon. Is this a comedy show?
Yeah.
Bennett, will there be any music or singing in this show?
Yeah.
That kind of music?
Well, I think what we're saying is
No.
there might be some incidental.
Yeah, but
music.
wouldn't be singing.
Arlene.
Well, are you, have you been in the theater?
Yeah, I saw a show once, yes.
Soupy, 5 seconds.
Oh, now you got to figure out what series it is. But it isn't a comedy. It hasn't been on before, right?
9.
That's right. Natalie.
Do you play a wife, somebody's wife in this series?
9.
No.
Bennett.
I haven't the vaguest idea. I pass.
All right, time
Are
is
you a
up.
flying nun?
Take off your blindfolds and meet Fannie Flagg. And of course, what we're talking about is the new Dick Van Dyke show, in which Fannie plays.
I played Dick's sister,
secretary.
yes.
I should have said relative.
But Fannie, it's so great. You got a new album out too.
Yes, I do.
I think it's one of the greatest titles in the world.
Oh, thank you.
My husband doesn't know I'm making this phone call, starring Fannie Flagg as Little Martha.
Oh, listen, get Fannie to do her impression of Joan Fontaine.
Oh,
Please do. Please do. Now,
all I can do is Joan Fontaine's face, all right?
yeah, okay.
Can you give us a little bit of Little Martha?
Well, you know, it's so funny, Soupy. You know, I made this album, and strangely enough, most of the things that she said are funnier than anything I could write. And one of the funniest things that she ever said, they asked Martha how she felt about the educators. And she said, well, they just make me so mad, I just think they ought to keep their mouth shut and teach.
And this is on the MGM label, or Sunflower, which is it?
It's a subsidiary of MGM. It's called Sunflower, yeah.
And my husband doesn't know I'm making this.
Yes,
phone
I
call.
tried to work up Pat Nixon after I did Lady Bird, but I've never heard her say anything.
Fannie, come back and see us
I
very soon,
will,
will
thank you.
Thank
My
you so
pleasure.
Much.
Thank
Fannie
you so
Flagg.
much.
Would you take it?
I love you.
What's My Line will continue right after this word. Oh, panel, may I say your brilliance is exceeded only by your beauty, particularly to Bennett and Soupy. All right, but no, it was a good day, wasn't it? And
Yeah,
I
we
hope you had
showed
some
up.
laughs. You showed up. But there were a few laughs, and I promise there'll be more tomorrow. So why don't you join us on What's My Line?
Prizes or product mentions were furnished and or paid for by the manufacturers or supplier of the products or services identified on this program.